Hey everyone! I just finished watching Disney's new documentary on the Beach Boys, and let me tell you, it's as sunny and harmonious as those classic tracks they played back in the 60s. But does it really capture the full story of this iconic band? Let's dive in. First off, the documentary kicks off in a big way. July 1976, a massive concert with the Beach Boys rock in Anaheim, California. It's a moment of triumph, or so it seems. The announcer hypes them up as America's band, riding high on their compilation album Endless Summer, hitting the charts. And Brian Wilson? The doc claims he's back in full swing after battling some serious personal demons. But here's where things get, well, complicated. There's this quick shot of Brian Wilson and he doesn't look thrilled. In fact, he looks downright overwhelmed. It's a stark contrast to the cheers and the applause echoing around him. This moment alone starts to hint that maybe, just maybe, Disney's documentary isn't telling us the whole story. Now, don't get me wrong. The documentary does a fantastic job highlighting the band's tight harmonies and the bond between the Wilson brothers and their cousin, Mike Love. At one point, Mike Love even floats the idea that he's kind of a genius too, not just Brian. And Brian Wilson, the guy was a powerhouse in the studio during the 60s. Forget about just being talented, he was fiercely competitive. There's this awesome footage of him, young and commanding, directing seasoned session musicians with an iron fist. He even threw shade at the Beatles, calling I Wanna Hold Your Hand not that great of a record. Talk about confidence. But here's where the documentary pulls its punches. It ends without touching on the darker chapters that followed. We've got Brian's second major mental health setback, the tragic end of Dennis Wilson, and the downright sinister shadow of psychologist Eugene Landy. This guy not only massively overstepped professional boundaries by taking control of Brian's life, but also got himself named as the main beneficiary in Brian's will. Yeah, it went that deep. And the intra-band lawsuits throughout the 90s? Not a whisper about those. Nor is there much about Brian's solo comeback in the 21st century, which, while initially celebrated, later sparked controversies of exploitation. So, what's the verdict here? While Disney's documentary gives us a beautifully polished look at the Beach Boys' sunny side, it glosses over the real and often troubling complexities of their story. For fans and newcomers alike, this film is a great introduction to the band's high notes. But if you're looking to understand the full symphony, the triumphs and the tribulations, you might find this rendition a bit too harmonious. Thanks for tuning in. If you enjoyed this breakdown or have thoughts on the documentary, drop a comment below. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe for more insights, and as always, keep rocking in the free world.